And Peter said that's why I don't feel anything at all. I was there with my grandfather. There was a bear. Did you know that bears flay people before they kill? I don't care anymore.
We don't have bears in Australia.
Koala bears. We do have koala bears.
They're not bears. They're marsupials.
Read the name. Koala bear.
They're not called koala bears. They're called koalas.
They're called koala bears.
No, they're not.
A koala bear killed my grandfather. How dare you?
Hello and welcome to the Superpower Dare Die team. I'm Peter.
And I'm Rick, and today we're reviewing a 2022 film called The Man from Toronto.
A New York City screw-up named Teddy is mistaken for the man from Toronto when the two of them wind up in the same Airbnb. Antics ensue.
So, Peter, what did you think about The Man from Toronto?
It was just really another standard Netflix movie where they put two stars together and try and make an action comedy, and didn't really get me too excited.
This movie was actually made by Universal. I think it was supposed to be released to cinema, and then they realised it's not great, and Netflix have just gone, "We'll take it." So it wasn't one of those made for Netflix movies that we're kind of used to being mediocre. This was actually supposed to be theatrically released. They just sort of went, "No, we can't do it." And so then Netflix has gone.
Sort of like when they used to release things straight to video, I suppose.
Yes, and that was my next point. So for the maybe the four people who remember video shops and stuff like that, this is kind of one of those. It was made for the cinema. They've just gone, it's not going to work. In our day, it would have gone straight to a little a VHS cassette or a beta if you're unlucky like me, and it just goes to the video shop. I didn't understand that sort of stuff as a kid growing up. It was just like, oh, look at all these movies. I didn't realise people have just gone, let's just get something out there. People are going to buy it and whatever. So, but that's how Netflix ended up with it. And I'm not sure it's a good thing for the Netflix brand in that they're just going, we're going to take this direct-to-video stuff, because people will go, as I did, oh, look, it's got Woody Harrelson and Kevin Hart in it. Could be good work. Could be a good watch. And it wasn't. It was... I think a paint by numbers might be a bit too kind for it. It was, I think even the numbers were painting the numbers of...
Like Woody Harrelson's like effortlessly charming. Like yes. I thought he was quite good. I have been living under a comedy rock because I don't really know who Kevin Hart is. I looked him up and he was in the Jumanji movies apparently, but I think he's more of a stand-up.
Oh yeah, he was too. I've forgotten about that, yeah.
But yeah, there was like a scene in a gym which I thought was above the rest of the movie. Like there was actually some style to the action. Not that it was a great action scene, but that it was a bit more stylistic and a bit more interesting. Like if the movie was more like that, then I think I might have enjoyed it more. But it's this trope at the moment where you've got one character who's like making like smart aleck jokes in really dangerous situations, and it just takes me out because it's like, no, you wouldn't be making a joke now. You've got a gun pointed at you. Or that's going to explode in front of you. Like you're not wisecracking. It's just takes me right out.
And I'm not sure how much of it was based on Kevin Hart ad-libbing.
Yeah, I don't know.
It had that sort of feel of you're Kevin Hart. You're a kind of funny guy. You say what you want to say, and we'll just edit those parts
and
together.
They had Penny from Big Bang Theory as like a love interest for Woody Harrelson's character. It just didn't work. Like he's, Mr. Confident going around confident shooting people hitman, but meets a girl and, all gets all coy, and it just didn't work.
I'd say, and that's the thing, like his character went from, we're introduced to him at the start as he's just a cold-blooded killer, and I think he actually says that
torturer, not just a killer, like a torturer.
Yeah. And he
He's
said,
the
"I
guy
don't
they
feel."
go to if they need information from someone.
Yeah, yes, he is, and
that's not a nice guy.
he's not. And he talks about how he stopped caring about things when he saw his, I think, grandfather be killed by a bear. So they set this thing up from the start where he's just this cold-blooded torturer, and the worst part was the other people who were just like kind of, we want to see this in action. We want to see you torture. The difference, I think, here, when you talk direct to video back in our day, back in the 80s, was they would have on the back cover something about from the producer who did something really big, or a special effects, but who did something in a good thing, is now reduced to this. Whereas they've just gone, oh, it's got Woody Harrelson and Kevin Hart, people will watch it. And it worked. It worked for Netflix. The first week it came out, heaps of people watched it, and then nothing since. It just went.
In the straight-to-video days, if like it was an actor that was well-known and the movie had gone straight to video, it was either a sign that it was a terrible movie or that their career was going down the gurgler.
And then there was a point in this film. So the Man from Toronto was the guy, the torture guy that you got in when you wanted to get information out of people. And then later on in the movie, it turns out there's the Man from Miami, the Man from Japan. I found that really frustrating. Like, I thought this was the guy. Turns out there's plenty of other
because
guys.
you thought that was special to him, that was his name, like the man from. No, he was known from that, and then they just go, "Oh, there's a man from everywhere."
Yeah. So, Peter, would you recommend The Man from Toronto?
No, I wouldn't recommend it. It's just blur. It's just forgettable. You won't. It's like Chinese food. You forget that you've eaten half an hour later.
But like I said before, it really is. I think forgettable is the best word. It's just that sort of throw it there. Someone's getting a paycheck. Someone's doing something. It's not entertaining, and it's not doing anything for me. And it was just boring.
Thank you for watching the Superpower Dare Die team. If you enjoy our videos, please like them, please comment on them, and please subscribe to our channel. If you click on the bell, you'll never miss an episode.